what are the major points right now that you're thinking about for user testing or that you want to be tested?
So unfortunately, we don't have a terrible amount truly built in terms of like interactions that we have planned, just because unfortunately 3D modeling has been taking a while in terms of rigging, animating things. That's something that's going to keep going to the polish stage, but the main things we want is at the very least the base interactions that Caden, one of our programmers, built in there. We also want to see, just in terms of the environment, is it easy for them to navigate? Is it easy for them to understand sort of the basic things like, you know, is the UI implemented in a way that they can understand I can interact with this object, or like, you know, I click this to interact with this object, essentially. So it's more simple stuff like that right now. One thing that I do want to test is just have people run at the borders of the world, a la traditional game testing.
Like collision.
Yeah, see if people can clip through the batteries. About usability testing tomorrow, I'm a little nervous about it. In all honesty, like, in the schedule that I made before winter break, we would have had a lot more done by now. And we obviously don't, because like, I feel bad, because programming is like begging me for more stuff, like to give them more stuff, and I unfortunately can't yet, because 3D hasn't had enough stuff done, which, I mean, we're trying hard. There's 4 of us, and only 3 of those 4 know how to animate, so it's hard. But, you know, I'm kind of looking forward to it just so we know like where to proceed from here. But I'm a little nervous because it's the first time someone that's not, you know, immediately part of the team, that's the first time that someone that isn't part of the team is going to be using it and seeing it. So it feels a little awkward. It's kind of like, at this point, it's kind of like bearing part of your soul. Like, I put my heart and soul into this. Please like it.
I'm Evan Lorraine. I'm a modeler and animator for Meditation Station. Yeah, the modeling is going pretty well. We're kind of just working towards getting things just kind of polished up and ready for a more presentable like environment. But overall, I mean, it's going pretty well. We've got the majority of it done and rigged, and yeah.
Yeah, what goes into actually modeling?
Yeah,
so what do you have to do to get something looking the way you want it to, looking good?
Yeah, so a lot of it's just building it up in smaller shapes. So you start off with as simple of something as you can get to then slowly form it into what you need to finish with. So it's just a bit of a process. You gotta get a lot of reference photos, make sure you know how you want your thing to look, and then it's just the process of slowly building it up and then kind of just, refining it over time.
So you got a deer and a moth. Those are 2 pretty normal. Are you gonna have any like mythical creatures in the game?
Nothing too mythical, but we're doing a lot of a like naturey theme on the more normal creatures.
Oh, so like you're adding like overgrowth to things.
Yep, basically.
Got it. Yeah, that sounds really cool.
So hi, I'm Peter Campbell, and I'm a programmer for Meditation Station. I'm not used to, in regards to user testing, I just want to see how many times my script will run, because for the experience, it's best if it works differently every time it goes, and I'm not sure how many times it'll go for the duration of the thing. Actually right now I am just redoing something that I had before that was lost. I'm working on making birds that fly over in the background.
Gotcha. How does that work in the programming sense? Because that seems like more of a modeling thing to me. But how does it work to program in the models? Stuff like that.
Well, right now I'm not working with models. I'm just getting the movement right, so they're gonna move across to a certain point, and then I'm gonna shrink them out and teleport to another place so that they can fly over again.
So then you just apply that code to the model.
Yeah. It's more the other way around.
Oh, okay. So apply the model to the code.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, that's interesting.
Any questions that I have about user testing right now? Right now we're just testing whether or not things work, whether or not the player is effectively communicated to, they know what they're doing, they know how to do things, and just in general, they can exist in the environment. So most of the questions from me would be, can you do the things that we want you to do, or can you do the things that you want to do? And are there things that maybe you shouldn't be able to do? So
what's been going on in programming for the past week?
Programming. So right now, because most of the models have been done or are currently being animated, right now what programmers are just doing is kind of like almost like polish. Not quite the polish that you have at the end of the project, but making sure that what we have.
So just making sure that everything runs smoothly without any like super flashy points for the tester.
Yeah.
Basically, like no one can go in and get epilepsy.
Yeah, that would be bad. We have dealt with that. So yeah, things like that. But just trying to make sure things sort of are smooth, and then once we get to our next areas, we can sort of take what we learned about the first area and apply that elsewhere.